Algorithm Games Limited was incorporated on the 28th day of November 2018 to carry on gaming business operations using algorithm process on one hand and other technological businesses in the fledgling technological sector of the Nigerian economy. The company is the first in Nigeria that its game could be played on WhatsApp. The company obtained its operating license from the Lagos State Lottery Board on the 1st of February 2019 after going through an extremely rigorous checks of our platform by the Gaming Laboratory International, GLI, of South Africa. It is important to note that this is the only game in Nigeria where you cannot lose completely. Because if you fail to win the cash rewards, you will gain knowledge from the question you have gone through in the course of your playing the game. And if we are to go by the saying, knowledge is power, then you have something to hold on to at the end of the day. What I want to achieve with Prewin is youth empowerment.
It's not official, but from WhatsApp, there are about 1.5 billion active users monthly on WhatsApp. And Nigeria corners the market with about 40 to 60 million users generally, which basically means that we've surpassed countries like South Africa. This was at last year, Kenya, Egypt. And what that has done for us at Prewin is to give us direct access to people. As you know, the payoff is knowledge pays, and the idea behind that is that we want to be a conduit to channel knowledge, information to people, in addition to informing them. Excited because of the possibilities of Prewin. It's a platform that rewards and educates at the same time. And the whole idea is to get as much knowledge out there with the Trojan horse of reward. So everybody loves to make money, and if you know much, you earn more. So that's basically the concept of Prewin, and we're pushing it via WhatsApp and via web, and of course as an app as well. But the WhatsApp is where our interest lies. Over 1.5 billion users worldwide monthly of WhatsApp, and Nigeria corners about maybe, I don't know, 60, 70 million of that. So we want to ensure that we get the information to people directly, and WhatsApp, everybody's on WhatsApp, so there's hardly anyone that's not, especially our mothers. You know, our mothers on WhatsApp and the broadcast messages. So the idea is just to reward and entertain as well, but also inform.
If this product were to be launched in New York City or Silicon Valley today, you see CNN and everybody excited and stuff like that. So we're very excited about that. Knowledge base. So, but one of the most important things about Prewin that when I saw I went through their file, I see that this is another company that is creating employment in the new sector. Because if in the next 1 year or two, I'm sure when we come back, we're probably going to have about 500 staff. I can't say more than, because your product is very straightforward. So I wish you success. I wish you progress. And we're your partner. We're not up for a regulator to strangulate the business. But we're here to help you expand the business. That's the new direction of this Babajide administration.
I'm really excited. One thing is that, the slogan of the company that says knowledge pays. In any spectrum of life, either you go to college, university, or vocational education, you're acquiring knowledge. True. And it pays eventually when you get a job or you have a business. So playing a game and getting paid for it is really exciting. Michael Jordan once said that, it's really exciting for him that they are paying him to play basketball, which he really loves. So it's a win-win situation. So this is an opportunity to get paid while learning. One thing that we do at the lottery board, for every game that is introduced to be licensed, we have an international body that vet the systems and certify it. That's one thing. Another thing, we make sure that there's a mechanism that will control underage gaming. So those things have been properly vetted, and before we can issue license to them.
The simple and basic idea behind Prewin, like the GM of Lagos Lottery had previously mentioned, is just to make something simple out of what we do on everyday, life. So we decided to just test run this basic idea, but at the same time, understanding that technology can be very funny. We wanted something as basic, lifestyle-oriented, where you don't have to do anything extra than you would have done, on a regular day. And the idea of us getting Prewin on a social media application, Facebook and WhatsApp came into. More importantly for us is we are very futuristic. It's not just about people playing it and us just rewarding them. It's about the potential of the platform, just like Oscar rightly mentioned. And it can be deployed in a university environment. It can be deployed in any sector pretty much where you need to test the knowledge of people on certain things and then reward them as well. Prewin is a game platform that has been built for youth-centric that we have in our environment. We were toiling with an idea to be able to create a service where people are rewarded for their knowledge. We came about a game, trivia basically, that has different categories where people can go to select the category in which they're comfortable. You play or you part away with a minimum of 100 naira, and then you're asked 10 questions in whichever category that you picked. If at the end of a game you scored 8 over 10, you're rewarded times 10 of that particular value that you have played, yes. And that is done through funding your wallet and your Prewin wallet. And when you're done and you want to cash out, you also just fund from your Prewin wallet, you fund your bank account, and then you can have your cash received from. And the game is essentially available on mobile, on web, and this is the first time, in Nigeria, that you'll be having a game of such play on WhatsApp. So we've also integrated a WhatsApp application into the entire Prewin system.
So I don't know how secure, because it's a new platform, I don't know how secure your platform is.
Okay.
In terms of payments.
Payment, okay. That's a very valid question, Joshua. Like I mentioned earlier on, it's a third party. The payment is a third party, so it's already what is existing that we're riding on. We're not creating a new payment platform. You saw Paystack, which already exists, and you also saw Mcash, which already exists. That belongs to the CBN. And every account is linked to the BVN, and it's foolproof. So that question is as good as, whatever it is that you're using, your card, you go to an ATM, those are the things that have secured that aspect. And if there's any payment issue, it has to do with the third party, not necessarily the Prewin system.
Is there a portion where somebody can log in and then make complaint, and then how soon can his complaints be responded to?
The complaints and inquiries, we have, of course, an email and a hotline. That's at the bottom of the website here. And we have a team, which will be, of course, so that's where we have it. So you can call in, and because it's also, WhatsApp, we're also in the space of doing that, so you can have instant responses. We have 2 dedicated lines which have been secured, which we will use for instant responses. We'll also update as the complaints come in, the FAQs, which are frequently asked questions as well. But the idea is that we're going to be able to respond to people instantly. In terms of the credibility of complaints, we have access to the back end where we'll show you your transactions, and it literally logs everything that you do. So part of the training that our staff is going to get is being able to condense that information and then pass it to you via email or via phone, so that you understand the implication of what it is that you're trying to address.
Particularly excited about Prewin. Not only is it really engaging and interesting, it's also very local. It's our own thing. And for me, one of the best things about it is the simplicity. You could play it on WhatsApp. Now that's a first. It's pretty simple, pretty simple. It's something to celebrate. It's something to be happy about. It's something to promote. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Do you have like a trademark registration on this? or maybe in another 3 months, we are going to have a plethora of games like this, and we will be spoiled for choice as to which one to go into. Because I want to look at the financial investments you've made, and before this goes all over, you see. So what have you put in place to take care of this?
Because there are third-party applications that are involved. WhatsApp, for example, is not our own proprietary system, all right? What we do have is and that's why we have press and people like you in the room, to say an effort has gone into this process and into this journey. Let us communicate it out to people accord us what is worth, From commercial point of view, there's little to what can be done, and I think we're ready for that challenge, because the entire truth is there are many people in that space, just like there are many banks, but you're going to differentiate yourself based on strategy and how you intend to do. Rightly, we have said that Prewin is not just a game, it's a platform that we want to use to reward people. And so whilst we are starting with this, there are other digital products that are in the pipeline that would integrate or that would infuse into what we currently have. And we just hope that we're able to scale through and be afloat in the business. So we also need your encouragement and insights too as we grow.
I know it's a gaming platform where you register and you can win a lot.
Education and empowerment and capacity building.
I like the fact that it impacts knowledge, or more or less, in this particular aspect of gaming, your destiny is in your own hands. So it's all down to what you know, and if you know a lot, you can win a lot. So someone rewarding you for what you know, man, this is the platform to be on.
If they're going to integrate it into schools, are you going to change your reward process? Because looking at the app, if you get a question correct, you're going to win money. So is there a room for people, lecturers, to say, okay, I want to include Prewin in my academic lesson? Is there a platform for them to change the reward? Instead of having money, they get something else?
The reward for now is money, but we've also thought about that. So what happens is, for example, let's take your education. You have a school, XYZ school, and they want to reward their teachers. So XYZ school approaches Facebook. Okay, maybe a university. So the university says, we're going to give teachers over the next 2 weeks who can answer these questions and reward them. So they transfer the funds to Prewin. So AG maybe is 1 million. So the 1 million will now be used to fund the wallets of the people who sign on. And this will fall under the category of Prewin ++ because it's bespoke. So we'll be able to track how many teachers come. So we will tweak our program, say, welcome to the Teachers Competition 2019, whatever. You have been funded 500 Naira, courtesy XYZ University. So that's a marketing tool where the brands can also plug into that place. And because it's WhatsApp, they're directly connecting with the audience. And then from there, their reward will be based and judged on how they can answer the questions. So even though it's Naira and Kobo in the wallet, we will now reward maybe a scholarship or a laptop to people who got the highest scores, 10 over 10. So it's just a transformation of the reward, and it can be anything we want it to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. But the system is built in terms of zeros and ones, which is binary code, so that it's easy to judge.
So in addition to the Naira and Kobo, I think the other part which and conversation already have started with seeing people in that space asking. So we would have a licensing arrangement, which is purely a different model. And I remember speaking with you the other time we were in a meeting. And the model will be that I want to use this platform, so customize it for my own use, okay? And we'll license it to you to be able to use for what, because sometimes you don't want to reward people with money, but at the same time you want to use it as a tool to engage, to train, to do anything it is that you have in mind. So the system is very smart enough and intelligent, and we can integrate into any third-party application and license it for your use.